Hello and welcome to Crochet with Curio. In today's video we're going to look at the ever popular corner to corner pattern. As the name suggests, this pattern is worked in diagonals rather than rows or in the round, and is made up of blocks. Now it can seem a bit tricky to get your head around to start with, but once you've got used to the pattern it's very easy. So I've taken some DK yarn and a 4mm hook. I'm just going to do a slip knot. We're going to chain 6 and we're going to put a treble in the 4th chain from the hook. Now I don't like counting back chains, so I do it this way. So I'm chaining 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to put my thumb on the 3rd chain, so that's marked where we're going to put the treble, and another 3. And then I'm going to work a treble into the stitch I've got on my thumb. So we've got a chain 3 and a treble. I'm going to work a treble in the remaining 2 stitches and a treble into the final stitch of the chain. And what that's created is one block. So to get to our next block we're going to do the same again, chain 6. So 1, 2, 3, I'm going to put my thumb on the 3rd stitch, 1, 2, 3, and then work a treble into the stitch I've got my thumb on, which is actually the 4th from the hook. And then into the next stitch down, and into the final stitch of the chain we've just made. So as you can see, we've now got 2 blocks. We're going to fasten them together so they work at a diagonal. So to do this we're going to just twist the first block over and slip stitch into the original chain 3. So you can see we've got 3 trebles going that way and trebles going that way, so that's 2 blocks. So we're going to chain 3 to start our next block, and we're going to just put 3 trebles into that chain 3 turning space that we made before. So there you can see now we've got 3 blocks. So that's the first block, the second block, the third block. Some people call these rows, so that would be the first row and the second row. And to start our third row we're going to do the same again, so we're going to chain 3. I'm going to put my thumb on the 3rd stitch of the chain, chain another 3, and then a treble into the stitch that I kept hold of, which is the 4th chain from the hook, and then a treble into the next chain down, and a treble into the final chain. Again I'm going to turn the work and slip stitch into the top of the chain space, chain 3, and 3 trebles into that chain space. To get to our next one I'm going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3, or into the chain 3 at some point. Chain another 3, and 3 more trebles into the chain space. So there we have row 1, row 2, row 3, and we're starting a new row, so we're going to chain 6, I've got my thumb on the third chain up, or the fourth from the hook, and in that I'm going to put a treble, and a treble in the next chain, and a treble in the next chain. And then I'm going to turn the work again, and I'm going to slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 space from the previous round. Chain 3, 3 trebles into that chain space. Slip stitch into the top of the next chain space. Chain 3, 3 trebles into the chain space. Slip stitch into the chain 3, chain another 3, and 3 more trebles into that chain space. And we're ready to carry on. Now we can carry on and continue to do just as we've been doing, and with each row it will grow by 1 square. But at some point we're going to want to stop it growing and start it decreasing. And this is quite simple. To stop growing up, we need to move out to the side. All we need to do here is just slip stitch through the tops of the trebles and the top of the chain space, and then we're going to just chain 3 and carry on as before with 3 trebles in the chain space, slip stitch to the next chain 3, chain 3, and 3 trebles into the chain space. So to decrease, instead of chaining 6 to start a new block, we simply slip stitch across the top of the last trebles and carry on from there. And then when we've done our final slip stitch into the top of the chain 3, rather than doing 3 more trebles, we're just going to turn our work and slip stitch through the top of the trebles that we've just done. And through the chain space. So there you can see we've just got another 2 on that round to do. So chain 3, 3 trebles into the chain space, slip stitch into the chain space at the top of the next square, chain 3, and 3 trebles. Slip stitch into the next chain 3 space, turn the work, and slip stitch through the top of the trebles we've just created. And in the chain 3 space. So you can see we're just one block out now of being a complete square. So to finish it off, we're just going to chain 3 and put 3 trebles in to the chain space, and slip stitch into the top of the next chain 3 or the chain 3 space. As you can see, it creates quite a nice basket weave pattern and adds an interesting texture. It grows very quickly and it's easy to do once you've got used to it. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.